Warning: this review may contain spoilers, strong language, violence, and content of a graphic nature. It may not be suitable for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, and welcome to another edition of Trick or Treat Horror Fest. I, of course, am your host, DJ Surreal with Descent Sundays. Today we're going to talk about the most recent Insidious movie, Insidious number 3. It being the third in the series is actually a prequel. The events of this movie are placed to have happened 3 years before the events of the first and second movie. It shows you how Elise came to work with her two co-workers who are kind of the comedic relief for the films, and it also gives you a little bit more background information on Elise, which I personally love because I think she's a fantastic character. The particular haunting ghost in this film I found very creepy. I really loved their use of tar for his footprints to indicate where he's been, and I thought that his makeup was quite creative with the whole not being able to breathe, mouth covered over mask thing. I find that sort of look is can be difficult to do well, and I feel like they did do it really well in this particular film. I also like the fact that the main ghost actually had a more impressive makeup than the last two movies, and that they gave that a little bit more time and attention. The overall story was pretty good. Once again, when they sort of go into the more of the spirit world end of things, when they're looking for the ghost who's haunting, visually it's very interesting, and they do lots of different things, and this time it's within an apartment building, so they have lots of stuff to work with, and it's super great. I also like the little touches throughout the film showing the different little pieces where the girl, she thinks she's reaching out to her mother, and she thinks it's her mother who's supporting her, but really she's just letting this ghost get closer and closer and closer to her. There's definitely some jump and shock moments in this film, which I thought were done quite well, and they utilized more than just scary music. The scary music was actually definitely an asset, but it wasn't. They weren't relying on the scary music for the jump like they were in the first one. So as an overall series, I feel like the filmmakers are evolving in terms of how they're presenting to the audience this particular series, which is really great. Overall, I'd have to say this movie was a total treat. Highly recommend it. The best thing about this movie too is that to watch Insidious 3, you don't actually need to see the first two movies. They're only related by the characters that are involved, and they do actually tie in the first two movies by adding a little extra information. But if you haven't seen the first two, it's okay. It's not going to distract you from the main story. You're not missing anything by not seeing the first two movies. It's just if you have seen the first two and then you watch the third one, it just adds. So I thought it was a really brilliant move on their part. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow for another review. I love that that's become a thing.
We have a thing.
We have a thing. It is our first thing. Yay, thing! In fact, any filming you and I do from now on is going to be Trailer Hands.
Trailer Hands edition.
Yeah.